It was a bright Monday morning when it suddenly turned dark. DEA agents of the Counter Narcotics Alliance were conducting a routine check when shots were fired. And today we're learning more about the suspects involved. News 4 Tucson's Danelle Confair is live downtown with more. Danelle.
Sean, this two-page federal court document identifies the suspect in yesterday's Amtrak shooting and also details what led up to the incident. According to a federal court complaint, one of the suspects involved is Devontae O'Keefe Mathis. He's being charged with knowingly and intentionally possessing with the intent to distribute a substance containing marijuana. A search warrant revealed Mathis had 2.39 kilos of raw marijuana and 50 small packages that include edibles and other cannabis products. Special agents and task force officers with the DEA and the Pima County Counter Narcotics Alliance had been conducting an investigation at the Amtrak station in downtown Tucson on Monday. Documents say one of the DEA agents had boarded the train and observed Mathis and the other suspect sitting in the same row but opposite sides. They say he observed Mathis move 3 bags 4 rows away from him and return to his seat. According to the DEA agent, he went up to Mathis and asked if the bag belonged to him. After denying the bags were his, the agent removed them from the train and discovered 2 packages of bulk marijuana. After getting back on the train, agents pursued both suspects, but ultimately were only able to arrest Mathis since the other suspect died on scene. News 4 Tucson investigators found that this isn't the first time Mathis has had a run-in with the law. Court documents show that Mathis has a criminal history in Texas dating back to 2019 that include marijuana and a weapons charge. Now Mathis is expected in federal court tomorrow afternoon. From downtown, Danelle Confair, News 4 Tucson.
Well, thank you, Danelle. Right now, let's bring in Shelley Jackson joining us live from downtown as well. Shelley, you talked to some of the passengers today. What are they saying about what they saw yesterday and how are they holding up?
Well, Sean, they were all so calm and matter of fact. Surreal is a word I heard a lot of today. These passengers were from everywhere across the country, all traveling for different reasons, but now they're united in one common experience that none of them could ever have dreamed of.
All of a sudden I heard a sound and it was a gunshot, so I stood up and I looked out the window and I saw a canine police officer taking cover behind like a little metal electrical box with his dog, and
people were running past me, and someone said they're shooting.
Constance Evans was just finishing breakfast Monday morning when the shooting started.
I heard shots, and it was like pow, 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 you know, and then again a pause, and then pow, 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 pow.
One passenger on his way to Oklahoma City says he saw authorities search one of the suspects.
They were on their way out when they stopped in the middle of the 2 trains, and the officer asked them to come on downstairs. And when they went downstairs, that's when all hell broke loose.
And I looked out the window again, and there was more shooting, and I saw the canine officer, and he was returning fire.
Passenger Wes Kent says he came face to face with one of the gunmen.
And there was this tall guy, 6 foot or so, dressed all in black. He was turning around to look at me. He had a revolver next to him, and he turned around and placed it on his stomach, and then he looked down at me like this.
Miraculously, none of the 137 passengers or crew members were injured in Monday's shootout.
It was surreal because I'm a combat veteran, so I heard the shots and I knew it was shots.
Now, passengers are staying at a local hotel. When I spoke with them this morning, most of them didn't have their luggage. They had to run off the train so quickly. And something else they all told me was that Amtrak has been really wonderful in this situation, putting them up, feeding them, and helping to plan the next, hopefully uneventful leg of their journey. From downtown, Shelley Jackson, News 4 Tucson.
And thank you, Shelley. Tucson police officers are now wearing bands across their badges as they mourn the loss of the heroic DEA agent in Monday's tragic Amtrak shooting. They're also extending their support to the officers still in the hospital. In a post to social media, the department said, quote, "We are thankful for our partners at Banner University Medical Center who are treating the injured DEA agent and TPD officer, and to the Tucson community for their support," end quote.